Hey guys, we're here with 15 Minecraft mods for 1.20.1 and let's get it. The first mod we're looking at is called the Overfrost. This mod can function like other ice biomes with villages spawning in it. In this biome, you're able to find your own frost cows. These cows have a bit more armor than regular cows, and they drop frost beef. With this beef, you can actually get resistance, and if you cook it, it's just way better. Something I like about this mod is it adds a bunch of new blocks and weapons. All these items are based around ice. And it even adds an armor set. Plus it adds this grenade. It's basically just an OP grenade. And when you have this ring and you hit stuff, it basically freezes stuff. We'll be looking at the mod Zombie Dinosaur next. So in this mod, you basically have to spawn this dude in with a spawn egg. But with like some questing mods, you can have it as like a reward. Do stuff like that. But this guy does a lot of damage. And he doesn't take much damage at all, but he does. He hits pretty hard, and he has really good animations. So if you want to have it in like a questing mod pack, then this mod would be something I bet you guys would really enjoy. The next one we're going to be looking at is called Asian Illager Ship. With this name, like the name suggests, you basically find this ship on the ocean, or stuff like that, with some Asian illagers, some illagers, the spawners. There's rooms full of stuff. And then eventually you'll make your way up to the captain quarter up here with this dude right here, usually. An armor set, some loot up here, a spawner. I don't think this is a bed. And then this is the bottom area. So you got this long hallway down like that. At the end of this hallway, you have some TNT, some gold blocks, some stuff in a barrel. The ship doesn't add too much loot, but it adds a really nice ship. The next one we're going to be looking at is called Grim and Bleak. With this mod, you'll need to make this portal right here, and you'll need to use this compass right here, a pane, which I don't know how to get these bottle of blood. And then you get this from making like so, and you get this human flesh from killing villagers. In this dimension, you'll find a couple different creatures, like the Night Abominable, the Banshee. Another thing you can find is the Howler. Then there's the Skinwalker. Plus, when you're doing nothing and just flying around, you'll hear voices talk to you. In this mod, you'll find plenty of weapons and armor, and you'll find an ore that you can make some of this stuff out of. So the first thing you're going to want to look for is this thing, which you'll need a cross that you find from structures. And this Banshee collar that you get from the Banshee. Once I have that amulet, I'll basically be able to spawn the dude, the Templar, I think. This dude right here, which he has really strong armor, but he doesn't have much health. He also spawns clones that you can't see. Besides fighting that guy, you'll also find this guy. With this guy, you'll need this key they make with flesh that you make with this compass right here. And you'll put it on this, and then he will want to be your friend. Definitely. So once I die like this, I'll respawn, and I actually am still in this place because I get the damned effect, and I actually can't leave. So if I have this effect right here, I'll need to like get like a creature like this, but usually they don't spawn in this dimension. So you'll actually need to kill the guardian. Like if you ever find something like this somehow, you'll kill it, and then I get 25 seconds to go back to this world. Also flash warning, of course. So after that part's done, my screen will shake a bit, and then I am out. There's still a lot of stuff that you can do that I haven't figured out. And also, if you're close to this portal, it'll make sounds like this is right now. If you ever want like a horror mod or something, this mod would be for you. It definitely jump scared me a couple times when I was testing it out. We're going to be looking at a less scary mod next. We're going to be looking at Descension. With this mod, it adds 4 different types of tools that you can craft with each of the regular things. Plus, it adds the Cosmite set, and you make them like so with Dragon's Breath, and then you use this, and it makes a set that's a tiny bit better than Netherite. Even adds the tools and all stuff like that. Plus, adds this Obsidian thing, which I think it's a drop. I don't actually know how to obtain this. No idea. But it adds the Battle Axe. You make like so with this thing. Got the dagger, the greatsword, and the spear. Personally, I like the spear the best because it has the farthest reach. So with the set looks like so. Really cool in my opinion. Oh yeah, and it also has hammers that break 3x3. We'll be looking at the mod Burnerite next. With Burnerite, you'll need the ancient debris. So you know how with ancient debris, you basically go around level 11 and then you bed mine. So if you put a bed, and you mine like that, and you just has a bigger area, and that's the way you find ancient debris. So with that, you can actually also find Burnerite like this right here. With this Burnerite, you'll get these scraps right here from smelting it, and then you'll have to use netherite scraps and gold to make this. And with this, you'll need a netherite tool of any sort, and you'll combine it with the Burnerite ingot, It shouldn't be too hard to make, and this Burnerite does 3 attack damage better. Plus, all the textures are really nice as well. We'll be looking at the mod Desert Villager Trader next. With this mod, it's as simple as the name implies. We're gonna make it our way up these stairs right here. And when you make your way to this main part right here, you'll find some decorative blocks, and you'll find this chest with some loot in it. Then if you make your way to this dude, you will actually be able to trade some stuff for him. Mainly, probably some desert stuff, like these pottery shards. And it probably also has stuff to do with archaeology as well. You can also find this block right here and take it to your house or something to make a desert villager trader. Since we looked at the desert trader, we're now going to be looking at the jungle trader. So first off, you basically make your way up these stairs right here. You'll find this area down here with the water. It has some decorative blocks like so. And a bed right here if you want to use a bed. But in the corners, it adds this ladder right here that actually brings you up to the top. So up here, you'll find this jungle villager trader. Like so, and he trades some jungle stuff like bamboo and this smithing template. And it also adds a couple other jungle trades and stuff like that. And you also can find this block right here. Take it home and get yourself a villager trader. We're going to be looking at an interesting one. We're going to be looking at outstanding ores with this mod. It adds different ores, and actually it adds some unique ones. So you can find this onyx ore in the skulk, this one in the nether, this one in the end, like kind of more normal. And then you also find this one in the dripstone. And some of these have different variants, but this mod adds 7 different types of ore, 8 different types of armor sets, and 9 different types of tools. And we're going to be taking a look at a couple of these because each one of these sets actually gives an armor bonus, and same with the tools, they actually give you some interesting effects as well. So we'll be looking at this one next. Okay. And I'll also show you the camera recipes as well. So you make this one like this, which you get cubic. It's from mining this stuff right here. So this set is basically stuff to do with the water. So if I have the full set on, it gives me Dolphin's Grace, Night Vision, and Depth Strider while I'm underwater. The next one we're going to take a look at is the arsenic. This was probably made with arsenic that you get from blasting raw arsenic. And it gives you immunity to poison and wither. It looks like so. So now we're going to be looking at some of the weapons for this. So this one is actually really interesting. So if I'll use this. Okay. So I right click it. And it throws a bunch of arrows. And you make this like this with this thing, which it's kind of confusing. I don't feel like going through the whole thing. Then you actually make this one with end rod and mosaic. And you get the mosaic from like this one. You got the tantalonium arsenide, echo shards, tantalonium. Oh yeah, and you get these tantalum arsenic things from doing this. Then you got the tantalum, just this, make like that. Got this one, pretty much just this ore right here. But a lot of these weapons actually do a lot of damage. Like this one does 16, this one does 11. This one gives you fire aspect. We're going to be looking at the mod's simple clubs next. With this mod, it adds 8 different types of clubs. Depending on the damage of the club, depends on the attack speed. So this one does 6 damage, so 2 attack speed. This one's 10 and does 0.7. This deep slate one is 11 and does 0.6. And all the rest of these are the same except this one, the Blaze Club, which is 6.5 and it's 1 attack speed. And you also make each one of the clubs like so. Pretty simple. They're all not really that hard to make, but they don't really have much durability in general. They also give stuff slowness. So, thankfully, it'll protect you from getting attacked. We're going to be looking at another weapon mod, Nebulus Katanas. With this mod adds 6 different types of katanas, all doing more damage than the regular swords. They also have faster attack speed, and you basically make them similar. So, this mod might make it so you will never want to make the original tools again. And you also make this one with more netherite, so it's a bit harder to make this, but it's 9.5 attack damage. This is a mod I never thought I needed in my life until now. So this mod is called Turtle Structure. With this mod, it basically adds a turtle structure with a bunch of turtle eggs, a bunch of sea pickles, some crates, a bunch of kelp. It's a simple structure. It adds just a bunch of turtle related stuff. We're going to be looking at the long story next. It's another armor mod, of course. Some tiring to deal with, but you get these things that you can get from trading, make a bunch of different armor sets differently, like these green shards that you get from villagers as well. It also adds a couple different foods and such that like that they make from like the overworld ores. Add some misc like apples. Adds a couple actually different creatures like this dude. Adds a cow, a pink goat. No, that's definitely an armor though. Adds this thing. I don't know what that is. Adds a ton of building blocks and flowers. Plus it adds a bunch of ores for in different variants. The next mod we're going to be looking at is called Civilization. With Civilization, it adds 5 different villages all around different time periods. So like China with the Great Wall right over there. Here we have a really weird loaded Egypt with a couple pyramids. And this one over here. Plus they got the Nordic one, which basically adds a bunch of ships. And you can even find a boss here. And we need this key right here that you get from the drops of the guards. Like these guys right here. You get those shards. Make it. So we're going to make our way up here. We use this Chinese key on this Chinese chest. And it spawns a boss. And the music is really loud. That's the only issue I have with this mod. There's like 5 different places. And you use keys for each one. Like the Greek key, Roman key. The next mod we're going to be looking at is called Magma Vision. And I'm going to show you how to make this. So we use this brewing stand right here. And you make jump boost like that. Simple. But then you put that in, and you put Mega Cream. I forgot Blaze Powder. I put that in there. Got the Blaze Powder. Then I put Magma Cream in there. And then I'm gonna wait for this to get going. So we got it filled up. And that's a 3 minute for Magma Vision. And then stop the Blaze Powder. But then you put Redstone in there. And I'll wait for this to get up. Okay, we're about there. We got it there. 8 minutes right there. So you see how I can't look into this lava right here? And everything like that. Nothing. So I'll drink this. And it looks really weird, but I can actually see in this. Which honestly is really cool. I really like how you can just look around and if there's any ancient debris. Like right there. Oh my gosh, perfect timing. But ancient debris right there. I can just go straight down and get that. If you have something that gives you fire resistance, and then you can just basically go to the bottom, place blocks around it, all that juicy goodness, and you got it. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, maybe hit that sub, that'd be much appreciated, and I will see you in the next one.